And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, and of course BB-8 as well. Welcoming you back into another episode of The Flash, Season 7, Episode 4. Gotta say, very interesting episode here. A lot of things have been brought to our attention. Also, a lot of things are still unanswered here. But hey, you know what? This is basically the beginning of the season, so new things will eventually happen to lead up to what is actually going to happen moving forward with the show. Okay, so, and spoiler if you haven't caught up. So, okay, so now the town, after fighting Mirror Master and, all her little minions, the town is pretty shaken up at this point. Why? Don't know, because honestly, if you look at the past of all the events that's happened in Central City, this is not the worst thing that's happened. I mean, sure, people have been being abducted taken into the mirror world. Sure, a lot of people lost their families, but it's not like it was like Endgame level where everybody got dusted out of existence. No, they just got trapped in the mirror world and then they all came back. And apparently they all have trauma with it, so I go figure. And I guess, I'll have trauma too if I was stuck in the mirror world for like months at a time, even though it was probably like 5 seconds in the real world. But anyway, so yeah, that's what the whole town is coping with that problem. They're trying to fix up the town, apparently now. Because normally in the other seasons, when the town would get fixed, it was just, there was this big disaster. The next episode, it's already fixed, so why would they spend time doing this? No idea. But interesting nonetheless. Of course, we get to see Iris, dealing with the fact that she's been in there the longest. She was in the mirror world the longest than anybody in the town who got abducted. And what she decides to do with it? Well, instead of going to the meetings to talk about, share her feelings with people, because everybody's in therapy now who've been abducted, she decides to just put herself back to work. Normal, typical thing from a person who still has fear about what happened to her. And then, of course, you have Barry feeling guilty himself. He's just feeling very guilty. The fact that he got tricked, not once, but kind of like twice. He got tricked twice in this episode as well. And I'll get to that point. But, yeah, he felt sad. The fact that he was hooking up with a mirror version of Iris. He didn't know the signs that was a fake Iris in his life, that he couldn't tell the difference, so he blames himself. Iris tries to tell him, no, it's not your fault, don't worry about it. They tricked you, they used your heart against you. And of course, the villain of the week was Abracadabra himself. He comes back from the future because, well, crisis happens and messed up everything for him, and he blames the Flash. He thinks that the Flash shouldn't have died in the original timeline, where he was supposed to die, but then that was supposed to be Jay Garrett from Earth 20 something, whatever universe it was. He ended up dying, so basically changes crisis for what happens in the future. So Barry's new future timeline does not exist yet that we know of. So we should be getting some more information about that moving forward. We got to see Caitlin having some headache issues with her and Killer Frost, and then at the end of the episode, we got to see Caitlin and Killer Frost literally separate. Yep, they separated. Yeah, that means there are two versions of Daniela Panabaker in this show, which is cool because we all like her and she's amazing in this role. So now she's gonna be playing Killer Frost and herself. So how's that gonna be a thing? Only time will tell. And of course, we got to see Cisco, get to play being Vibe again, even though he did say he doesn't want to be Vibe anymore, but now he's Vibe again with technology now. I don't know, very weird episode, but yeah, very simple, interesting episode. First of all, what I liked about it, seeing Abracadabra again, that character's cool. I do wish that the Flash show would stop killing some of their great villains, because Flash has great villains, they're not exactly in the level of Spider-Man or Batman level, but he has some great villains, But every episode, I feel like they bring back some of his actual rogues gallery, they end up getting killed. Captain Cold is now gone. Heatwave, he's part of Legends, which I cannot wait for that to come back. And Boomerang, there's no Boomerang, so You know, and now Kadabra's gone. Kadabra ended up sacrificing himself because he ended up realizing that Barry was right. That, you know, him being mad and trying to blow up the city, because he literally was going to blow up the city with this, I guess what you call like a particle accelerator bomb that he created with his magic tech. And he was going to blow it up thinking that, you know, killing Barry will save his timeline and reset everything. But unfortunately it wouldn't, so there was that. Then some big purplish monster came out of nowhere. A female version started attacking everybody, and then Abracadabra sacrificed himself. I guess he tried to help Barry at the end, and then he ends up being dead. So, and then the monster leaves. So, what does that mean? Who's that creature? Nobody knows. But yeah, I hope they stop doing with the killing Barry's villains. You know, I'm getting kind of tired of them killing his super villains. But the episode was okay. Not the greatest episode, but it was worth mentioning that the fact that the timeline has now changed, that we all knew from Crisis that it was going to happen. So what does that mean for Barry's future? That's what I'm curious about. What's going to happen with Barry's future? Remember, the last time we saw Barry's future, he disappeared and he hasn't been seen for 30-something years, and then Nora comes around. So does that mean, is Nora still Nora? Do they have a son now? Twins? You know, another daughter? You know, who knows what's going to happen? Does Nora still exist? That's going to be the question. Hope they can answer that. But the episode was just okay. Not the greatest, but you know, it did its thing. But I am curious about the whole Killer Frost Caitlin thing now. That's gonna be fun to see them interact with each other outside. Is Killer Frost gonna still be good? She gonna hook up with Cisco now, or is she gonna go bad? That's gonna be the question. But only time will tell. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode, and stay tuned for more. Thank you very much, and have a good day.